everyone, and welcome to this core strength practice for neck pain. So when we talk about core, we're really using any of the muscles kind of from here down to our hips and pelvis that support good posture. So I'm going to go through a few posture cues, and then we're going to do 2 exercises and a really cruisy little stretch. So you need a chair, excuse me, and you need a resistance band of some form that will be long enough to be anchored around your feet and then pulled back to the chair. So that's how long you need it. So pause the video if you need to go get that stuff. We're going to all sit on the edge of our chair, heels pressed into the ground, and you're going to pop the band around your feet. If you have a loop power band like this, leave the loose part on your thighs so it doesn't get in the way. So don't let it dangle down past your knees. We're going to go through a little posture cue first. So oftentimes when we have neck pain, it's because the weight of our head is hanging forward of our body a lot for quite a bit of the day, whether it's on a computer or looking down at our phone or books, studying. So we want to change that first. So place your right hand on your breastbone and think as if there was a light shining out of your breastbone. If you're slumped, that light will be shining down to the floor. Put your hand on your breastbone and imagine that light and lift it up from the floor and get it to point straight ahead at the wall in front of you. Now, have a feel for where your weight is. Oftentimes our chest is kind of forward of our hips, and just push your chest back. So you can see in the video that my shoulder is right over my hip. So my chest is right over my hips and pelvis. And then bringing our attention to our lovely heavy head, you have a slight tuck of the chin. So you can pop your hand on your chin and just think about the chin getting pulled down slightly. And then place your hand around the back of your skull and imagine the weight of your skull being lifted up and away from the chair. So to create length and space in the neck. So when you're all set up with your posture, so when the breastbone's lifted, the shoulders are over the hips, you tuck the chin slightly, and you lift the skull away. So use your hands to do all those little corrections to feel your body change position. Then we're going to start the exercise at last. So have your arms super straight, wrists straight, elbows straight. Think about your shoulder blade bones. You're going to move the shoulder blades around to the back of the rib cage. Your shoulders move back into the sockets. And then keep the arms straight as you press them back to the chair. Hold here for 3 seconds and feel the muscles around the back that support your posture shake or turn on a little bit. And then release tension on the band and let the shoulders move forward again. Lift the breastbone, shoulders move back, press the band back, hold for 3 seconds, and then release tension on the band nice and slow, and notice the shoulders come forward. Even have a little look down at one of them. Pull the shoulders back, breastbone is lifted, and press the band back to the chair. Press the hands back to the chair against the band. And then release forward. And we've got 5 more to go. So get the shoulder blades to hug back. Press the arms back. Keep them straight, like your fists are reaching down towards the floor. And then release. Let the shoulder blades move forward. Shoulder blades move back. Press them back. And we've got 3 more repetitions to go. Slide the shoulder blades back. Press the arms back. Keep them straight. A slight tuck in the chin, and imagine your head being drawn up towards the ceiling to create space in the back. So the whole time you're doing this exercise, you're kind of practicing this different posture if you're not used to it. Last one. Shoulder blades slide back, press back. Keep it here. Now you shouldn't feel a big burn or an ache in specific muscles. We're turning on your lat muscles, and they are huge. They run from your shoulders all the way down to your back and attach into your hips, pelvis at the back. So they won't burn that quickly, or you mightn't feel them. You might feel a shake. That's what you're looking for. And then release the arms forward. Take the band from out around your feet. I'm going to turn to face the camera so you can see the next exercise a little bit better. You can have a sit back in your chair if you want, or if you're sitting on a stool, you can put your back against a wall so you can feel your shoulder blades a little bit more. We're going to hold the band. We just need a short bit of band this time, or use the same band, obviously, if you have it, and just hold it with a short grip. And there's going to be some tension on the band when our wrist is in line with our elbow. And just have a look down. Your forearms should be parallel. Cool. And then from here, we're going to check in with that posture again. So you're going to lift the breastbone up so the light shines forward. Maybe push the chest back so your shoulders are over your hips. A slight tuck of the chin. And move a hand around to the back of the skull and think about a nice lift of the skull away from your body or away from the chair. And then here we go. So we're going to pull out on the band, create a little bit of tension. You're going to move your elbows forward slightly of your waist. I'll spin so you can see. And then, sorry, squeaky chair. You're going to bend the elbows so the band comes towards your chest. Straighten the elbows so the band taps off your legs. And then come back to that 90-degree bend in the elbows and draw them back to the waist. Cool. Let's go again. So this is working the muscles around our shoulders and our shoulder blades that hold them in a nice posture. And if you're not used of sitting upright, if you're used to being slumped forward, or sometimes when we have pain, we just move forward like that as well, and you can't help it. We're just turning them on for 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and you got to start somewhere. We got 5 more left. If you need a break in between, release the tension completely and slump and chill, and then lift the breastbone, tuck the chin, and lift the head away. Slide the elbows forward, bend at the elbow, straighten at the elbow, slide them back. Slide them forward, bend, straighten, and then pull the elbows back. Slide them forward, bend the elbows, straighten the elbows, pull them back. We've got 3 more to go. What you should start to feel working, and like these muscles will ache because they're smaller, are all the muscles around the back of your shoulder blade, and maybe a little bit in your forearm as well, if they're not used to this movement. You shouldn't feel any added tension to your neck. Last 2. Elbows forward, keep pulling out on the band so the arms stay parallel. That's where the work will come from, in the shoulder muscles. Last one. Always kind of pulling the band apart slightly. Whew. And then relax it down. So you should feel it all around shoulders, arms. Give yourself 3 nice, big, slow shoulder rolls. Rolling the shoulders forward, lifting them up towards your ears, rolling them back towards the chair or the wall behind you. And then change direction. Let the shoulders roll forward, peel them back, lift them up towards your ears, and let them roll forward and down again. And we're just going to go through 1 more round of those lovely exercises, training the muscles that support good posture to take load off our neck. Cool, so shuffle your butt forward to the edge of your chair again. Heels are on the ground. And you're going to hold the band so it's nice and taut, tight. There's some resistance on it with your arms straight down by your side. Let's set up that posture again. So can you lift your breastbone so that the light shines, if there was a light shining out of it, it shines straight ahead. Think about where your weight is. Can you press your chest back so that your shoulders are right over your hips, and you should feel a little bit of weight into your sit bones, like the bones at the bottom of your butt cheeks. It shouldn't be forward into your thighs. And then a gentle tuck of that chin, and think about the skull being lifted away, the back of the skull being lifted away from the chair. Then we're going to start off, our palms are facing back to the chair, arms super straight. Loop the shoulder blades back, or think about the shoulders moving back, and then press the arms back straight. Hold for 3 seconds. Release forward. If your band's a bit messy like mine, sort it out. Loop the shoulder blades back, press the arms back, keeping them straight, and hold for 3 seconds. We're looking to feel a little bit of a shake, a little bit of a tremble around the muscles in our back. release forward, and we're going to go for 6 more. So the hold is important to build endurance in these muscles. So if we're standing for work or like sitting, they can stay on for quite a while to support us while we work. And then obviously getting up and moving around regularly is the best medicine if we have neck pain. And by moving, I just mean a gentle walk around the office, a walk around the block. You've got 4 more to go. Shoulder blades loop back, shoulders hug back, and press the arms back. Last 3. Breastbone, if there was a light on it, it is shining straight ahead. A slight tuck of your chin. And imagine the back of the head being drawn away from the chair, creating space between all those joints in your neck. Last 2. And you should feel like kind of a nice tiredness around the muscles in the back and the arms. Nothing should be burning too severely. So we're targeting a lot of big muscle groups, and that's why you don't feel such a sharp burn in this exercise. Take the band out from under your feet, and we're going to set up for our next exercise, which does work some smaller muscles around the shoulder, so they will burn a little bit more. Again, posture, use your hands. So lift the breastbone. Press your chest back so your shoulders are right over your hips. You're not falling forward. Get your hand on your chin, pull it down a bit, tuck it in. Bring your hand to the back of your head and think about lifting the back of the head away from the body. Then grab your band. Hold it so that, mine's a little bit messy if you have a power band. They're good and strong though, they last well. So you're going to get your forearms parallel, thumbs facing up, and you want a bit of resistance on the band to hold in that position. It should feel like a little bit of work to hold. And if you stop the work, you'd notice your hands knock in towards each other or drift in towards each other, and you notice your elbows stick out. Cool. So let's get started. So pull the band apart so that those arms are parallel. You're going to slide the elbows forward slightly, bend the elbows, straighten the elbows. The whole time you're pulling out against the band. Come back to that 90-degree bend, and the elbows tuck back to the waist. And we're going to go for 8 in total. You want to feel the arms shake a little bit. Tuck the elbows back. Slide the elbows forward. Bend at the elbow, straighten at the elbow, and bring them back. Keep pulling out against the band, elbows kind of draw towards each other almost. Do not let your elbows stick out to the side. Give yourself a little break in between them if you need. I'm very nice. But if you start to feel tension come into your neck, you need to take a break, reset, and then keep going. So you don't have to do as many reps as me. Or if it feels a little bit easier for you, you can definitely do up to 12 reps of these exercises because we're working on endurance. We're aiming for 8. We have 2 more left. Slide the elbows forward, keep pulling out. You'll notice maybe that your not dominant hand starts to drift in a little sooner. And last 1, pull out against the band, make a good effort, elbows slide forward, bend them, straighten them, tug them back in. Let rid of the band, drop it on the floor, sit back in your chair. Last little check-in with the posture. Hands on the breastbone, lift the breastbone up. Press the chest back if it needs to go back so that your shoulders are over your hips. Tuck the chin. And use your hands to lift the back of your head away from the chair, just to cue it to lift away. And then loop those shoulders up, back, and down, and go for 2 more circles, circling the shoulders back. And let's change direction. Well done, you're all finished with your core strength for neck pain practice.